Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging, really lounging, while coming at you with thoughts of the day I slept in. I had a real rough time sleeping last night. I swear I'm starting to think there's something to this full moon sleeping deal. Isn't it close to a full moon? I don't even know the moon. All I know is it was pretty bright. I just couldn't get to sleep. And at 2 in the morning, I was still tossing and turning, and then here I am after 10. I got up at 10. So thank goodness I was able to sleep in. Anyhow, I just quickly looked up the hurricane info. It says the Keys are totally going to be affected no matter what. That's what I gathered. But my son is safe and sound next door, and I couldn't be happier about it. I mean, oh God, the whole thing just makes me nervous, I guess. But I wanted to tell you all what happened. Just pardon me, would you? But I thought I'd do a video to at least in the morning here, because I'm going live at 2:30 as far as I know. Whoa, I am not with it yet. Last night on the Mike Rivera show, oh my God. Something weird was going on with the chat. It happened the day before too, but I didn't notice it then. But Digital Diva kept saying, she's the other moderator, and she's like, Lisa, do you notice anything weird on your computer, like in the chat area, that certain comments are being held for review? That's what it said. And I said, no, I'm not seeing that here, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, yesterday it was out in full force. Here we are. We're moderating, and a bunch of us are chatting and such. And all of a sudden, people started to get, like, their comments were being held for review. I'm holding my Glooby. For reasons that were super dumb. And then if you had a moderator wrench like we did, you could write whatever you wanted. Like I said, I'm just going to do something. I said, I'm going to do a little experiment here and see what happens. Excuse me, Digital, or sorry, Digital, after I did it, because she doesn't like you to put the F word in there. And I wrote it clear out repeatedly. I put, here goes. And then I, spelled out the F word several times. And it went through. And so evidently, if you were a moderator, you could say whatever the heck you wanted. Now, these people that were being flagged for held for further review or something, like, what's going to happen? They're going to call together a team of experts and see if somebody's stupid comment on a live internet news program are going to go through. It was unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And some of the things that were being blocked, we don't even understand. We were not involved. Oh my God. Somebody literally, okay, Mike had a commercial going on at one moment for non-GMO soap. Like a sort of a natural soap, I guess. I never paid such attention to commercials in my life, I'll tell you that much. And somebody literally wrote, non-GMO soap. That's what they wrote. It was held for review. Nobody could see their comments except for the Digital me. So this turned into insanity, because everybody, I'm like, hey, I was asking some people, can you try to write anything like a swear word and see if it gets held? And then all of a sudden, everybody was trying to get flagged. But it was so cute, because they weren't even, okay, they got flagged for the soap thing repeatedly. Repeatedly, if you wrote non-GMO soap, you got flagged and your comment was hidden. What else? Somebody wrote, Obama is gay. Flagged. Something about the word bitch. I forget, that was flagged. I don't remember what it was in. And then somebody wrote something about white genocide. That was held for review. And then the word bastard kept getting held. Like, one individual was real passionate commenter. His name's Ed and stuff. And he wrote, oh, the bastards are, ruling the world or something. Something I'd say, something you might say. Held for review, ladies and gentlemen. It got to be to the point it was really funny. I mean, I was laughing so hard I thought I was going to die. And because everybody was trying to say something. So this one commenter named Big Toe, I love these names, put in, okay, I'm going to try something. And he writes, oh, what did he write? Slap that ass, bitch, or something. And of course, he got deleted. But I would go ahead and write down what was deleted so people could see. It was hysterical. And honest to Pete, these reasons are, I don't think Digital, or I know that I wouldn't, and I'm very positive almost 100% that she wouldn't have gotten rid of anything anybody said. The word bastard? No. She didn't like the F word, and I'm the only one that used that, and that was just to prove a point to see if I'd get blocked or whatever. So that kind of took over for such a long period of time. I felt sort of bad because here we all were like laughing and having a good time, and then my friend jumped in and was writing LOL. He had been looking like, but not really commenting. He's a little concerned, ladies and gentlemen, because he's a concert pianist, and has been all over the world. And like they're in New York City right now, but they have homes in Florida, and so he's a little on edge, wondering what the heck's going to happen to those homes. So he's dropping in, and he said he had been watching it. So we weren't really, I wasn't anyway, and I don't think a lot of us were paying attention to anything poor Mike and Claire were saying. And it was a good show yesterday too, for the most part. Mike kind of got on the certain things that upset me, but that's okay. I'm going to let it go. And, they're on there trying to impart this news of the day and what's happening in the history of this, that, and the other region. And we're just all having a free-for-all in the damn chat area, seeing what we can get away with writing, in terms of it being seen by the other commenters. It was just really fun. This is the goofy stuff that goes on. And my friend Sandy, of course, thought she was going to die laughing. And then this turned into... I have sort of a thing that I say where if I think someone's attractive, I'll say, oh, he's snackish. Well, I told Sandy this once, God, a long time, I think it was in an email, it was, about that Dane Wigington from the Geoengineering Watch. I said, oh, he's snackish or something. And she got back to me and said, Lisa, she said, I thought about that. I was driving down the road the other day and started laughing. So then we started acting goofy on the chat like two horny middle-aged women. Of course, you can't be middle-aged when you're 53. I don't think the normal lifespan is 106, but you know what I mean. On and on about who's snackish, who isn't, what it means. And it was just a crazy chat yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. But that was really weird, honestly. So Digital, being the level-headed one of us, went over and kind of investigated. And she came back and said something like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, Digital, because Digital might look at this. I don't know, though. She's in Florida bearing down for that hurricane, God love. What'd she say? Something about... She went and looked into it a little bit, and there were a couple of guidelines, I think YouTube guidelines that had been... Mike Rivera had a couple of strikes, but it wouldn't have anything to do with the chatters, I don't think. They don't... When I say they, they, the hidden hand, whatever. They don't like certain things, like when people are truthful about, like Mike Rivera talks about things that no corporate media could ever talk about. And some of I think, those in charge, or whatever you want to call the hidden hand, they don't care for that. Like you've heard of a lot of the YouTubers being denied advertising, what do they call it? They're demonetizing, I think it's called. The channel. So anyhow, I think that might be, I don't think it really is related to the chat, but it was just so funny because some of the comments were really, like that ad I was telling you about, they were really just passionate. Don't let the bastards wear you down kind of deal or whatever. And they're removed for no one to see. The thing about the soap was too much. I couldn't believe it. And then, calling Obama gay, that was kind of just to see what would happen, but oh my God, it was too much. It took over the chat, and we ended up having a good time, so we made lemonade out of lemons, as they say, ladies and gentlemen. So, at any rate, I see a dark cloud approaching. Speaking of which, I watched or listened to, so I was up half the night, a really good thing, I guess it was, with, they interviewed a bunch of different people on it about the geoengineering stuff, and you have some guy, I forget his name, but he's like for the practice, and they say, of course, it's for good, and then you have these other people saying it's, not really helping, it's hurting the earth, and on and on and on. Now I forget the name of it, so I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it, and God knows I don't know how to edit. What you see is what you get here at Launching with Lisa. So on that note, strange sulfur odor. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, but please join me at 2:30. I'm going to go live. I might do a little tribute to Jim Marrs. I'd mentioned before. Jim Marrs, one of my favorites, passed away several months ago. Jim, M-A-R-R-S, if you'd like to look him up prior to the show. He was a real actual journalist, you know, went to college for that, old-fashioned journalist. Wrote many books, ranging from the Kennedy assassination to, The Alien Agenda. Those are some of his books. So we might do that today, or it might just be a free-for-all. Okay, got me a rock and roll band. It's a free-for-all. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others, drop your political identity. Let's focus on issues. And leave your labels at the door, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I'm going to start saying something about, I don't spoon feed people here at Lounging with Lisa. I give you information and you can look for yourself. I'll work it in at some point. Love you. Good morning. 2:30. Bye.